Good evening, everybody. Welcome on in. We're gonna jump back in to some more X4 here, foundations and all of that stuff. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you all have had a good weekend and are all rested up and ready to face a new week, as it were. Um, Hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of, hey, Neo Death, welcome on in. It's going well. It's going pretty good. Nice and rest up. Had a stop the new week. No one can stop time. um, yeah, no, it's been good. It's been a good day. I spent most of the day actually just doing some exploration in Elite Dangerous. And I managed to. Let's get some audio here. I managed to get the Elite Dangerous Market Connector overlay working, which took some doing on Linux here. But I got that all hooked up and working finally. So hopefully that'll help me with the biologics and all that stuff, exobiology and everything. So it's been a successful day in that regard. But otherwise, just kind of relaxing and psyching myself up for the week to come. I'm actually probably going to have a relatively, I mean, as far as work is concerned, I'll probably have a relatively easy week. As far as everything else, it's going to be a thing. I got to go see a doctor about my legs finally after many moons here. And we'll see if they find anything. I mean, the last time a doctor looked at them, they said, "Sucks to be you," basically. the, the cure is worse than the disease, in other words. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. One way or the other, I'm thinking I'll probably just get another "we can't do anything" answer, and that's fine. It'll just at least I know it's hasn't changed for the worse. Yeah, it is what it is. It's, I mean, you know, um, the saving grace of it is it's just an annoyance and not debilitating, which is good. You know, the swelling is annoying, but it doesn't stop me from walking. It doesn't stop me from running. In fact, running actually seems to help it. So, I'm not too. I could be far worse off than I actually am. So I'm just glad that everything's still good with it, and I'll be happy if everything's just situation normal. Um. Oh, they are construct. I was like, what is this here? And freaking Scale Pact League is constructing a freaking factory in my backyard. Those freaking bastards. We may have to eliminate the Scale Pact at some point. Although, I mean, if I figure out how to take over stations, which is a thing I believe you can do, you know, That'll help me out a little bit. All right. Let's see. Mission offers. Important mission offers into the unknown. Knowledge of a new system. So we might as well explore a newly connected system. Sure. Grab that.
This is an historic expedition. Without compare in a lifetime, I am overjoyed to see you here. We were rather hoping to be enjoying a reunion with Kingdom End after gate reactivation. The most recent war on Missive indicates that this has been the overwhelming focus of their civilization's scientific resources, so you will forgive us, perhaps, for being seduced by the possibility. Telemetry shows that this system is annotated as watchful gaze, yet we cannot detect whether it is itself isolated or connects further to any number of other systems.
Let me see if I can turn the... Is the voice... Why is the voice... I thought I had the voice volume... Oh, that's ambient. Okay. Yeah, I've got the voice volume all the way up, but let's put the total volume up, I guess, a little bit more so that my music doesn't override it as much. All right. Pass through the activated jump gate. Sounds easy enough.
Autopilot engaged.
It will not be easy enough. Yeah, I turned the music off because there's not much of it. And it's, you know, which kills me because it's like for this particular game at least, I turn it off because it's just like the music that's in the game is great, but they barely play any of it. They always play the one very subtle music score and nothing else. And so I have, since I've got all the DLCs and stuff, I also bought all the soundtracks for all the DLCs, and I'm just playing those soundtracks for X4 shuffled and looping. So, and it's providing far more ambience than they do in game. You know? But for certain games like this, where they just don't have the audio, like they just don't have a lot of music, and it's just like I'm starting to think I should start playing my own music.
Entering system. Watchful gaze.
Preliminary scans indicate that this system is uninhabited. No sign of boron or any other kind of life, biological or artificial.
This cannot be true. Are you certain that the sensors are not malfunctioning? It has been so long. I really thought this might be the day I finally reconnect with my kin of the Fin.
Take heart, Boron Exile. You may yet be a step closer to your reunion. Explorer, we need some detailed system mapping. The task is in your hands. There is much to learn here.
Not the most exciting surprise, but preferable to the excitement of an unexpected scene on Enclave, I suppose.
Yeah, I stream to YouTube as well, and it is what it is. I used to get a lot of the content IDs for the OC remix stuff that I do, that I play. I don't get too many of those anymore. And I actually very rarely get content IDs at all, except for actually in-game music.
These long-range scans will be of particular benefit
so
when exploring vast distances.
So it's I can understand you don't want to chance it, but there's a lot of royalty free music and stuff out there you can do as well. But I also find that if you're playing it low enough and you're talking a lot, that tends to help stop the AI from understanding.
See if you can pinpoint them for us.
But yeah, I mean, the other thing is I don't have it set up here, but there's a way to set it up in OBS to like have a virtual audio cable and have that go to a separate track for Twitch. And then people will hear it on Twitch, but they won't hear it on YouTube, kind of thing, if you have it set up right. I have always struggled to set up the audio correctly on the stream. Like, I've tried Voice Meter Banana and I still cannot fathom it. I can't get it to work the way I want it to and all that stuff. Because I mean, it's really good. Like, you can, like, the Voice Meter, you can have it automatically duck the game audio when you're talking, so you're never getting drowned out by the game audio, but that also takes a little bit getting used to for people watching. But again, I've never been able to like get that to work the way I really want it to.
Autopilot engaged.
And I'm multi-streaming to Twitch and YouTube and Moonbeam, so it's like, just trying to get all the audio and everything correct for all those has always been a difficult prospect. Oh, how are we looking here? Oops. Oh, there's specific areas they wanted me to scan. Okay. That's kind of what I thought.
Autopilot disengaged.
Okay. What about just doing 3 through OBS? Yeah, I tried using the OBS, the one plugin for OBS.
Oh my! Could that be?
By the Trinity, a boron vessel.
My instinct says we should take a closer look.
Yeah, I was trying to do it. There was some, like, ATM, I think, was the plugin or something, and that plugin crashed and destroyed my OBS. I had to completely uninstall, reinstall OBS, and redo all the scenes and everything else. So I stopped using that. I have a kind of a crazy local setup where I'm using the Windows subsystem for Linux installed on Windows 11 here, and because I have a streaming PC separate from my gaming PC. And on there, I have Ubuntu Linux set up, and I have Nginx set up, and I'm basically streaming to an Nginx server there, which is then sending it out to the 3 different services. So I'm actually doing the multi-streaming like you are from your computer, but I'm doing it through a little server that's running, and that's it's a setup. It's basically like a Restream setup or like a Beam setup, but it's not nearly as sophisticated. What do they want me to do? Just scan it?
Assistant, I think you should suit up and investigate.
Oh, okay. Guess I'll suit up and investigate.
Jaguar.
Yeah, I've got
See if you can repair the panel to gain access.
I've got all kinds of instructions out on a GitHub gist on how I set everything up. I don't have an easy link to it, but it's like I wrote up everything I did. It's not. I mean, you kind of have to be you have to be technically inclined to an extent to do it, but it more or less works. It's not like I'm streaming to YouTube at 1440p and a higher bit rate, and then Twitch I'm doing 1080p 60 at 5500, which is kind of nice, but it's also like I haven't been able to get the NVENC encoder to work with it, so I'm doing X264, which is all CPU bound. So it's kind of it's testing the horsepower of the little mini PC that I have it running on, and I've been struggling to try to figure out how to get it to use the proper encoder that I wanted to use. What do they want me to do here? I'll come in this way. Pressure leak detected. Repair it. Okay. This is nice and interesting. For as simple as their scenarios and stories tend to be, they do come up with some... They do spend some time on their mechanics in the game. I was gonna say, this just looked like a container. That's what it is. I collect the container. Oh?
Running decryption and
Yep.
reconstruction algorithm. The data is woefully incomplete, but it appears that this was an outpost of some manner. There are signs of an attack from several directions. It seems that the operators would have had little, if any, time to react. How frustratingly peculiar. I am forwarding all of this to our esteemed expedition commander. Perhaps he can garner more clues. I have my doubts, though.
Newmont Kayet, sir. Our team confirms that the Heretics End Gate does indeed contain the coordinates to the Kingdom End system. The timing cannot be coincidental, can it? Just after we received word from the Boron? Is it possible that their experiments were somehow related to the gate reinitialization?
Should probably
Coordinates and timing are relevant.
repair
Inclusive.
my
The
ship
fact
while
of
I'm
the
out
matter
here.
is that this is definitely not Kingdom End. Interstellar messenger drones are not the fastest form of communication. We do not know what has occurred on the Boron side since their last message. Theoretically, a connection between the two gates is possible, but that is just a theory. It could well be that the systems were linked in the distant past.
Yes. Unfortunately, a theoretical compatibility does not mean much in itself. If activating or reprogramming these gates were easy, I am certain I would have overcome the challenges long ago.
The split didn't exactly give you a choice over your research focus. Could this be the Boron? Could they really have unlocked jump gate technology?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. At this point, any further hypothesis would be mere speculation. Until we have more evidence, keep
Yeah.
your ideas off general comms. If you must elaborate your theories, feel free to put them in writing.
All right. While they were chatting away,
Jaguar.
got a free repairs on my ship. Explore that.
Autopilot engaged.
There we go. All right, so we should be almost at the other area here.
Hold on. I think I am picking up. Oh no, never mind that. Nothing of interest here. This system's peculiar conditions make getting accurate readings rather troublesome.
Yeah, I think he found something. He doesn't want to tell me.
Explorer, you have an unidentified ship on an intercept trajectory. This is our first contact in the newly opened network. We have no idea of who they are, or their intentions. Investigate, and if possible make contact, but maintain vigilance.
Intercept unknown vessel.
Oh my! Aliens! Please,
Nyla
do not be
T.
afraid. I shall
Hey, Tech,
disengage
welcome on
my
in.
armament.
Thanks for the lurk.
Greetings. I am so pleased to make your acquaintance.
Incredible! Finally, contact with our aquatic allies. Bosota, are you receiving this?
What did you say? A boron? Truly? A living, buoyant boron? Are my ocular sensor organs deceiving me? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bozo Tar, and I can barely recall another boron face. I have been riven from my people for that long. Will you please deign to share your time with me?
I am Lena
So
King,
lonely.
adventurer extraordinaire. I would be delighted to spend time with you.
As appointed delegate of the Alliance of the Word, please allow me to extend my greetings to you and your people. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Neela T.
I do not have any official capacity as such, but it is marvelous to be seeing actual people from beyond the disconnected gates. How did you get here? Has a gate reopened? Are we connected once more? Oh, I knew it would have to happen eventually. What joyous news!
Momentous news indeed. Although we're less than clear on how this has occurred, there was speculation that the boron triggered the gate reinitialization. Messages from your scientists indicated that they were working on such a task. Please, can you direct us towards Kingdom End?
You were in contact with Kingdom End? That is marvelous news. It has been decades since we were cut off. We have heard nothing in all that time. The severing of the connection with Nishala has been indescribably distressing for all of us.
My system is in profound turmoil. To meet a fellow boron after all these years is an incandescent joy. But to find that you, too, are cut off from the homeworld is a misery.
More than you know, Bosotar. We have all mourned this loss.
But without access to Kingdom End, your Queen and Parliament, how do you govern yourselves?
After the severance, there was a period of chaos, until a royal steward was appointed. I have had dealings with him. It would be my pleasure to make an introduction.
We must make haste. There is much to be discussed with your leadership.
Follow me, you cavalcade of curious creatures.
A
Okay.
boron society not headed by a queen? This is somewhat hard to fathom.
Indeed, Bosotar. From your own experience, you understand the pain of separation. I doubt other species appreciate the biological depth of our harmonious societal interconnection. It was worse than it is now. It used to be that all our systems were isolated. Severed, not just from Kingdom End, the Queen and Homeworld Nishla, but also from each other. Fortunately, several of our systems reconnected to each other eventually, but none received word from home. Reorganization became a necessity. The provinces adrift, as we call ourselves, were only ever intended to be temporary, but under the Royal Steward, it has grown into a comprehensive governing body. But some of us have never given up on Kingdom End. Your communication with the homeworld is momentous in the extreme. Not a soul in these systems has found evidence of where the Kingdom End even still exists.
Okay. This is cool. I mean, they have some decent storylines here, some decent world building. So it's cool to do a little bit of this while we let our esteemed miners. I don't think the autopilot's going to compensate here. Hold on tight. Oh, prove me wrong. There we go. Yeah, it's nice. Like while my miners are off making me some money, we can do some of this. And get a little bit of story. Oh, there's some crystals in these rocks. We're gonna have to stop off and get a few. Do a little bit of mining, I think, on the way back here. Where are we at? Like right in the middle there. Okay.
Autopilot disengaged.
Uh-oh. No, we're still traveling. The autopilot gave up. We just have to go straight, looks like. Oh, we have a gate up here. That's what's going on. She must have gone through the gate. That's why it autopilot cut off. Yeah, fly to barren shores. Yep, there it is. So where are we at? Anyway. Watchful gaze. Okay. All kinds of traffic going through here.
Goodness. Someone from beyond our realm. Surely this indicates that our reports are correct. Once Dormant Gate has indeed resumed its function, it brought our province into alignment with our erstwhile allies. You must realize what this means. All the resources of the Commonwealth are now within reach. At long last, a chance to end the shortages. Pick up the pace.
I must warn you, the provinces adrift are not awash with the luxuries of the old kingdom. The pain of severance has been constant, but our economy has also suffered. The shortages of essential goods have cut deeply. Reconnection with the network may alleviate some of these issues, at least.
Okay. We'll see as we jump through here. And trigger an autosave.
Entering system. Barren shores.
Achievement provinces adrift.
Autopilot engaged.
Looking around to see if I see some twinkles on these asteroids as well. I don't see any yet.
Neela T, you bring us guests, outsiders, with a fleet no less. What have you been up to?
More than that, Royal Steward, I bring momentous news. The fleet, this Paranid-led fleet, it came from the Dormant Gate in watchful gaze. They have communicated with Kingdom Ends. They have no Kingdom End gate, but they have communication. We are connected to the network once more.
My word, the if.
The delegation seeks an audience. May I?
Yes, of course. There is so much to discuss, so much to consider.
Royal Steward, would it be in order for me to accompany the delegation?
I am sure you have other things to do. Diplomacy is not the same thrill as exploration.
Please, Royal Steward, with your permission.
Of course, Neela T. By all means, accompany the delegation.
Explorer, you have displayed some usefulness thus far. I'm tasking you with joining us in meeting the Royal Steward. I may have need of your insights.
Okay.
Got
You have clearly made an impression on the expedition commander. I sense you are becoming more central to his plans. Join the delegation. Watch this Royal Steward. I have some experiments to attend to, though I shall keep an eye on you.
Well, they have a virtual landing pad? Oh, that's interesting. That's fancy. I'm like, where the hell is it have me pointing? Now I know. Oh, I see. Ah, okay. They pull you in sideways. That's pretty cool.
Ship. In all my days. A perfect equilibrium of function and ergonomics. And with such flair. My current abode is penurious in comparison.
Hey, I try to make a good house. All right, Nia Death, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
My ropalium near explodes with the joy of welcoming esteemed visitors. This historic occasion is the first of its kind. I am Leda V, Royal Steward of the Provinces Adrift. On behalf of Her Majesty the Queen, and as her loyal servant, it is my profound pleasure to welcome an emissary of the Paranid Empire. And once business is out of the way, I insist you join me on a more informal tour.
Esteemed Royal Steward Leda Wee, thank you for your most gracious welcome. You must forgive me. I, Numunkaret, am no Empire emissary. I represent the Alliance of the Word, a diplomatic forum and scientific organization funded by various races across the network.
My. But do you have letters patent from the Empire? The provinces adrift are in dire straits. We must negotiate terms of assistance.
I am compelled to reiterate, I do not speak for the Paranid authorities. Though we do bring news which may bring joy. We have been in communication with Kingdom End. Limited fragile communication, but communication nevertheless. Some months ago we received word from your homeworld. It was heartening to discover that the Boron Core has survived the shutdown, and learn of their most ambitious endeavor. Their entire scientific resources are focused on understanding and manipulating jump gate technology. We humbly request your permission to investigate the dormant jump gates in your territory, and to set up a scientific outpost in the region, should that be required.
There are so many implications to consider. This really is momentous. I am afraid I must decline your request, for now. We cannot be precipitous.
By the glistening waters of Nishala!
I fail to understand. We ask for no more than your permission. We certainly have no wish to be a drain on your resources.
Leader Wee, they are trying to connect us with Kingdom End. They have communications.
Neela T, this obsession with finding home is entirely yours. You may have the luxury of gallivanting around the galaxy in search of miracles, but I have responsibilities. I have the welfare of billions of souls to consider. Our guests have already made clear that the outside network, with all its resources, has been unable to connect with our homeworld. The priority at this juncture is the welfare of our people, and I shall not be distracted from that.
Honored host, we will of course expedite communications with the governments of the network. I am sure emissaries are preparing as we speak. Yet, if we could simply...
Enough, please. I understand your request, but I do not think you understand what is at stake. Please have patience, but for now, the matter is settled.
Outrageous! The Boron Queen's government itself is racing to reconnect, and you decline to facilitate? What kind of royal steward are you?
Please.
There is nothing to be gained from trading insults.
This is absurd. Our work is of the utmost importance.
Dude won't take no for an answer.
Your obduracy is beyond me. I shall take my leave. Heading to the dock, awaiting pickup.
Jeez Louise.
That certainly could have gone better, but all may not be lost.
Well, this guy doesn't want to lose his job.
Indeed. The Royal Steward seems somewhat overwhelmed by the news. Maybe it's a good idea to just listen to him. Understanding his fears might help calm them.
Mediate between the parties to find a solution.
Ah, the silent one from our disappointing introduction.
So why are you in this situation?
From time to time, I spend the waking nights pondering the very same question. It would be misleading to cast blame for all our miseries on the Great Shutdown. In fact, when we were first riven from the wider network, the vast majority of our boron systems remained connected between themselves. Isolated from external threats, we commenced a new age of reflection and scientific endeavor. And while this period of peace brought the wealth of Kingdom N to fabulous new heights, we were not complacent. Resources were stockpiled throughout the Queendom, a precautionary measure. Oh, we thought we were prepared, yet in truth we were far from it. We boron are inherently connected to each other, you see. We thrive on a collective sort of innate affinity. Once that connection was severed, each system found itself in complete isolation. Things fell apart quite quickly, I'm afraid to say. Productivity collapsed catastrophically. Stockpiles were depleted far more rapidly than anticipated, and there was no way to replenish them. After years of disarray, Great Reef finally reconnected with barren shores. Later, it was joined by several other systems. The provinces adrift were founded, but by then the damage was done. We still lacked crucial resources. I contend that it was the collective psychological toll of the severance that caused this, more so than the evident logistical challenges posed by the shutdown.
Perhaps there is a positive solution?
Your expedition commander hardly seemed in the mood for positive solutions. I cannot imagine that you presume to speak for him.
Assistant, perhaps uncovering more context first may help with your solutioneering.
Are you okay?
I regret my approach at our meeting. You see, I have not hosted a diplomatic function in decades. Unfortunately, I am simply not in the habit of communicating with anyone other than boron, you see. We boron converse amongst ourselves, relying on complex structures of pheromones, not just mere words. There was so much to communicate, so much to cogitate upon, yet the words failed to convey my meaning. You must imagine it like painting an ocean, yet having only a single shade of blue with which to do so.
Alright, let's come back to this guy.
The Protectorate has determined that this system poses no threat to the citizens of Sol or the wider network. Our orders are to deploy to a position of more strategic importance. Still, stay alert. None of us know what might be lurking out there.
The Alliance of the Horde thanks you for your support. You shall proceed alone from here on. Our military friends are needed elsewhere.
The steward and I have had our differences in the past, but I had no idea he would be so stubborn. I am so very sorry you had to witness that embarrassingly discordant display. Leader We and I disagree on much, but he is not a bad person. You know, he is just scared.
What is he afraid of?
I think he is scared of falling short. He carries the weight of the expectations of the entire provinces. He wants to keep everyone safe, and I think he fears that your expedition will exacerbate an already dangerous situation.
Dangerous situation?
Yes, fraught with danger. The provinces lie uncomfortably close to Kark territory. When Sanctuary of Darkness first connected to the provinces, it triggered regular attacks. We barely managed to protect ourselves with the meager military that we could cobble together. Thankfully, the waves have calmed for now.
The Kark incursions eventually ceased. All attempts to communicate with these enigmatic creatures have failed, so I would hesitate to call it a ceasefire. It is more of a lull in hostilities. As you can imagine, the situation remains rather fragile.
Your quest for home was an obsession?
Oh, you took note of that, did you? Time after time I approach Leader Weave for the resources to find our way back home, but he has come to the conclusion that efforts spent on this endeavor come at an immediate cost to our people. I would hate for you to get the impression that I do not care for my fellow Boron here. Out on the fringes, I am truly seeking to make a difference for the people. Serving the Queen's subjects is a duty for me. You see, I do not like to draw too much attention to it, but I myself am the progeny of stranded minor royals. Before you bow or anything like that, I am not part of the direct line of succession, and that is not how our monarchy works in any case. Yet, it drives me to find a path back home, for the people to once again delight in a reunited, merry realm.
Okay.
Pleasant travels.
So, given that, let's talk to this guy.
Who does this fool think he is? Does he not understand the gravity of our mission? Withholding his consent? We shall continue without it if necessary.
Calm yourself.
Why do you think I remain on this fool's dock? And who are you to tell me to calm myself? I appreciate your contributions to our mission, but do not forget that I remain your superior. I must clear my head of the fool's petulance before I return to my post.
Lady Wee is afraid.
Yes, you are right. That much is obvious. I cannot help but wonder if there's more to the issue than that. Perhaps he is overly attached to his role as Prime Administrator of the provinces. A reunion with King Demenda would inevitably result in him having to relinquish power and standing.
He certainly fears the cock.
Ah, I understand. He is worried that our presence will stir up an infestation of the Chitterers. The Alliance of the Word is certainly prepared to provide assurances that our investigation will not leave him exposed to Ka'ak attacks.
Okay.
Ah, the silent one from our disappointing introduction.
I guess I gotta say, are you okay again?
I regret my approach at our meeting. You see, I have not hosted a diplomatic function in dec. Unfortunately, I am simply not in the we bore. There was yet the work. You must imagine it like painting an ocean, yet having only
Perhaps we
a
can
single
reconvene,
shade
try
of
again.
blue with which to do so. You are correct, of course. There is no harm in reaching for common ground. I am embarrassed to say that our defensive capabilities are woefully inadequate. Ashamedly so. Our economy is so fractured. We struggle to construct anything larger, perhaps, than a frigate. We cannot even resource and operate a full-scale shipyard. For half a century of isolation, we Boron have had little need for a comprehensive military. I fear that we are wholly unprepared for the myriad dangers lurking beyond the gate. And should word spread of the valuable equipment and facilities proposed by the Alliance of the Word, it might be akin to painting a target upon ourselves for any nefarious actors in the vicinity. One moment. I have, even now, received word of split incursions. If we had anything of value to loot, we would not be discussing skirmishes. they would descend upon us in hordes.
Do I have to go through why are you in this situation
From
again?
time to time, it would, in fact, isolate. And what we would, once product stock after the profit. I contend that it was the collective psychological toll of the severance that caused this, more so than the evident logistical
Perhaps there
challenges
is
posed by the shutdown.
a positive solution. About the cock threat. He's forced to resolve this permanently. We aim to avoid provocation at all costs.
Your commendable commitment to peace is as welcome as it is unexpected. The Alliance of the Word is to be lauded for its respect for our peaceful ways.
Okay. If you help, we could. Use Neela's ties to increase your standing.
I am fully aware of Neela T's royal connections. Is it your opinion of me that I am some petty functionary who can be bought and sold, bribed by the highest bidder? You misjudge me, and you misjudge Neela T. For all our disagreements, I cannot conceive that she would be party to such a grubby approach. Of course I desire the return of the provinces adrift to the warm embrace of the homeworld. But what kind of servant would I be if I did so at the expense of the welfare of those under my charge? This is all terribly challenging. My instinct is that your expedition is honest in its intent. However, I find your judgment questionable. Well, I feel that I must allow you to proceed in your mission. However, I ask of you, do not make me regret this. With the gate in watchful gaze reactivated, to our knowledge only 3 more dormant gates remain in province space. One is located in Ocean of Fantasy, another in Barren Shores. The final one was discovered by scouts in Sanctuary of Darkness. If Sanctuary of Darkness sounds foreboding, you may find that the name is fitting. It is host to a significant Ka'ak infestation. Even uttering the name makes my fins tingle. Yet I must remain firm on the matter. Do not, under any circumstances, engage with the Ka'ak. Every interaction with them results in horrific conflict.
You have our word, Leader Wee. We shall do everything in our power to avoid undue provocation.
Thank you. And may I bestow upon you a gift? We have prepared for you a fighter ship. A humble gift, but hopefully it will be of use to you in the times ahead.
Explorer, you have done well to secure access for us to continue our mission. Please, claim the scout ship as your own. May it serve you well.
Okay. We got a ship out of the deal. Alright, well, this is interesting.
We need to investigate the dormant gates to formulate the next step of our expedition.
I am already familiar with the gate in Ocean of Fantasy. If you supply me with the necessary equipment and provide me with a few pointers as to what exactly I am to do, it would be my deepest pleasure to assist.
Excellent. The Alliance shall investigate Barren Shores. That only leaves the matter of the final gate, the location of which is somewhat more precarious. Explorer, you have excelled thus far. Put that new fighter of yours to good use, and find
Um, that would be a great
All the times I
idea
dreamt of being reunited with my fellow Boron.
if I could
It
figure
never
out how to
crossed
get
my
into this
mind that
thing.
they might be in such impoverished circumstances. I know that the Alliance has received communications from Kingdom End, but those were dispatched decades ago. Hopefully, they have fared better than the Boron here. I am curious about the contents of their message. Just how much of their preliminary findings have they shared with their Alliance counterparts? Once we have gained access to both Gates' data, maybe the Alliance really intends to conduct experiments from our side too. Trying to manipulate Gates would be an incredibly involved undertaking. Yet it seems as though Numankaret is single-minded about the whole endeavor. Can you imagine the possibilities that would be open to us if we could manipulate these Gates at will?
Thanks to the newly opened trade routes, we have commenced rebuilding our shipyard. You are, of course, most welcome to aid us in our undertaking.
Found the
Your
door.
efforts will, of course, be lucratively compensated.
Finally found the door. Jeez Louise. Like, how do I get out of this thing?
Mako.
Alright, what would be really nice is if I could find somebody else to take my other ship. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I can hire anybody here or not. Maybe dock area 2. Is anybody like standing around? Boy, that's so cool to see though.
I have arrived at my designated inactive gate. I shall commence taking readings immediately.
Yeah, let me see. I guess I can. I know what I can do. I can have one of my guys teleport over and take the other ship.
Mako. Autopilot disengaged.
Inactive jump gate. Where do they want me to go? Okay. What do I have to do here? Find inactive jump gates. One of those okay in Sanctuary Darkness. We identify which one is the most suitable candidate and find a safe way forward. That's where you come in. Okay, so I just gotta find. The jump gates. Which we've done before. Just a matter of actually finding them. So I'll just start guidance there.
Autopilot engaged.
And while I'm doing that, let's go see our other pilots here. So Nova Vanguard. Or this guy. Where are you at? Okay, so I want you to go back to... You're almost done exploring anyway. So I want you to go back to... Heretics End, somewhere here. There we go. Alright, you... let's go dock and
Autopilot
wait.
disengaged.
Okay, there we go. So you're gonna go dock and wait, hopefully. It's still saying explore. What are your orders? Remove all orders. I think explore just overrides any other order you give them. And then dock and wait. There we go. Dock at Heretics End headquarters. Cool. Alright. So you're doing that. You're doing that. Oh, there's a jump gate right there. That's an active jump gate, though. I don't think that's what we're looking for. But we'll see.
Entering system. Sanctuary of Darkness.
Sanctuary of Darkness. According to our archives, there was once a Xenon presence hereabouts in the network. I wonder what befell them.
Oh, is that so? Then we were quite lucky that our systems were not connected directly to a Xenon stronghold. There is no way we would have survived, given the state of our military.
Now, see if you can locate the inactive gate in this system.
Be careful. Take great care when navigating. We must honor our word and avoid the cut. You will also need to be cautious of the region's other hazards. I recommend that you stick close to the asteroids. They seem to be an exceptional indicator of where your ship will not be armed.
Okay.
Autopilot engaged.
Stay in the mineral regions to avoid taking damage. So identify these mineral regions visually by paying attention to where asteroids are located in space.
Autopilot disengaged. Protector.
go. Okay. So where are we at? So we're just kind of following these asteroids around. Just trying to stay within the asteroid belt here. Okay. Still going straight here, I guess. Just wanted to make sure I didn't have to switch to a different trajectory or something.
Assistant, perhaps locating the jump gate would be easier if you were to use your ship's long-range scanner.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I was like, I didn't know if that would tip them off to me or not. Mm-hmm. Some things coming up there. Looks like.
Queen's Guard.
Looks like they're ignoring me for the moment. Alright, so the red area stops there for the most parts. That is an installation. Okay, I don't want to be going that way. So let's try back this way and yeah, those say unknown stations. So we can go and branch off that way.
Autopilot engaged.
Okay, okay, you're at Heretic's End. I want so Vanguard.
Autopilot disengaged.
Let's go this way. Whoops. Go that way so we stay inside the stuff here. All right, and then I gotta find out. Where's my people at here? So Vanguard. Put into internal storage for a moment. And then information. All right, so you work somewhere else for me. Go on to Jaguar as captain. There we go. All right. And then that way, okay, so you're on the Jaguar, so I want you to take that back to Heretic's End. Why does it say fly and wait, empty space? Is that just because they're undocking? Where's my remove all orders. Okay, and then go here. So we'll say you dock and wait there. There we go. That's what's going on. All right, got it. Got it. And I am getting a little bit too far away from stuff here. So I want to do. I think I have it incoming here.
Protector.
Yep, I do. Little pea shooter, but it's doing the job. Pew 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 here. Done. Saw him drop something. I don't think I've picked it up though. Too far away from it, maybe? I don't know. Anyway. I want to go up this way. Whoops. What happened to them? Why haven't they left? That's the orders to dock. Oh, there he goes. Barren Shores. Okay, he is moving. Just wondering there. Try not to hit whatever that is. That looked like an accelerator.
Autopilot engaged. Danger. Autopilot disengaged.
What do you mean danger? I'm sticking to the red area, like I said. we go.
Danger.
Oof. We're getting hit by stuff here. Probably taking this a lot slower than I really need to, but trying to not get absolutely decimated.
Autopilot engaged. Autopilot disengaged. Autopilot engaged. Danger. Autopilot disengaged.
Wow. That really hurt, whatever that was.
Danger.
Go back the way we came here. We're getting hit pretty badly. Only thing to do is go over this way. Seems a bit risky though.
Danger.
Is there over there that's highlighted?
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Skirt right by it. Right on the edge of it. But we're still relatively okay. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Trying to get to that place there. Alright, now where to? Jeez Louise. This is a thing. Unknown object. It's gotta be that way. I'm thinking.
Danger. Danger. Hazardous region detected. Danger. Hull damaged.
This the whole region is like they said the red regions are
Hull critical. Danger.
don't do damage to you, right? Well, that was a lie.
Ejecting.
That was a complete lie. Stick to the red regions, it said. And it's like, okay. That doesn't help. It's really just stick to the asteroids, but I'm not sure. It didn't look like there was a way to get to that unknown object, which I assume is where we're going. No idea. No idea. I thought they wanted us to avoid this region altogether, but they actually said to come here, so I... What the frig? Wait, what the hell did I load up? Oh. Like, where the hell am I? What am I doing? I forgot it puts the quick saves at the top.
And may I bestow upon you a gift? We have prepared for you a feather ship, a humble gift, but
all the way back here
hopefully it
again,
will
huh?
be of use to
Okay.
you in the times ahead.
Explorer, you have done well to secure access for us to continue our mission. Please, claim the scout ship as your own. May it serve you well.
Alright, fine. We'll come back and do this from the beginning, I guess. Okay, let's get here. I can try to do the swap over while they're chatting too, anyway.
Mako.
Alright, so while that's going on, let's go property owned. We'll go to you. Actually, we'll go to you. So here, I want you to move all orders. I want you to go and dock and wait there. We'll do the swap over as we can.
We need to investigate the dormant gates to formulate the next step of our expedition.
I am already familiar with the gate in Ocean of Fantasy. If you supply me with the necessary equipment and provide me with a few pointers as to what exactly I am to do, it would be my deepest pleasure to assist.
Excellent. The Euclid shall investigate barren shores. That only leaves the matter of the final gate. Location
Oh.
changes.
They took the easy science and gave me the hard one. That's what it is.
Excel thus far. Put that new fighter of yours to good use, and find Sanctuary of Darkness. It seems that you are best suited to this task.
Okay.
All the times I dreamt of being reunited with my fellow Boron. It never crossed my mind that they might be in such
I think
impoverished now.
is
I know that the Alliance has received communications
up
from
here
Kingdom
somewhere.
End, but those were dispatched decades ago. Hopefully, they have fared better than the Boron here. I am curious about the contents of their message. Just how much of their preliminary findings have they shared with their Alliance counterparts? Once we have gained access to both gates' data, maybe the Alliance really intends to conduct experiments from our side too. Trying to manipulate gates would be an incredibly involved undertaking. Yet it seems as though Numankaret is single-minded about the whole endeavor. Can you imagine the possibilities that would be open to us if we could manipulate these gates at will?
Is this the gate that I was supposed to go through?
Thanks to the newly opened trade routes, we have commenced rebuilding our shipyard. You are, of course, most
Yep,
welcome
this
to
is the
aid
one.
us in our undertaking. Your efforts will, of course, be lucratively compensated.
Let's do a quick save here. So I can come back to something sane at least.
Please hold. We will be scanning your cargo hold. That all seems to be in order. Thank you for cooperating.
Alright, we'll pop through here.
Entering system. Sanctuary of Darkness.
Sanctuary of Darkness. According to our archives, there was once a Xenon presence hereabouts in the network. I wonder what befell them.
Oh, is that so? Then we were quite lucky that our systems were not
It's a
connected
mineral
directly
region,
to
so
a
it
Xenon
doesn't have to be
stronghold.
the red region, just has to be
There is
mineral
no way
regions.
we would have survived, given the
stay star
basically
military.
asteroids.
Now, see if you can locate the inactive gate in this system.
Be careful. Take great care when navigating. We must honor our word and avoid the Kark. You will also need to be cautious of the region's other hazards. I recommend that you stick close to the asteroids. They seem to be an exceptional indicator of where your ship will not be harmed.
Okay. So I know it was up in that corner. I think is where they want me to go. This is the question is how to get up there. And not get completely annihilated in the process. Hey, Zebula. Welcome. You hate this mission. Yeah, it's not the I mean, I applaud
I have
the
arrived at my designated inactive gate. I shall commence taking readings immediately.
I applaud the different types of missions and stuff, but yeah, this one is it's a little bit janky at times here. Because you think you're safe by staying in the middle region and you're not. I can pump up the volume on the music again a little bit because they're done talking for a bit. Okay. So let's go forward a little bit. Try not to hit anything in the process. Alright, so we got, I can't see a damn thing. Let's use the autopilot a little bit.
Autopilot engaged.
Get up to there and then I can... Nope, there's an enemy coming in.
Autopilot disengaged. Protector. Danger.
Where is... Did I kill that guy? I think I got him. Yep, I think I did. Right, let's do another scan here.
Danger.
I think this is where we have to go. I'm thinking, because that's unknown object there. It's just, I don't know how we get over there. I think these
Danger.
asteroids stop, but maybe they continue actually. So let's just keep on trucking here.
Autopilot.
Oops.
Engaged.
Let's do a quick save too while I'm thinking about it. This is where it all went to hell last time.
Autopilot. Disengaged.
Okay, so far so good. Let's do another quick save. See, the worst part of this is they're like, stick to the asteroids, and then you can't see the asteroids. So, can I go this way? Or is that too few? Okay.
Danger.
Nope, that's... Is that working? Is it not working? Okay, I think I was just struck twice, but nothing. It was okay. Let's see if we can go straight for a bit here. So we got another guy after us here. Yeah, we certainly do.
Protector. Protector.
So he's done for. Grab whatever it is they dropped. I don't think I got it, but anyway. There we go. Roughly. Hopefully that leads us over to there, which I'm assuming is where we want to go. Yeah, there's very few asteroids, few and far between here. I think this ends. Maybe not. Alright. Let's keep, oops, keep going. Do a quick save here. Since we're still alive. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea, but it's an idea. So some asteroids up there. So it's good to see. There's no more asteroids that way, though. That could be a problem. We're still okay, though. Let's go drift up a little bit that way, and then we'll start guidance to this position. So I can stay on target here. Yep, there is what looks like a gate in front of us. I'm just going to continue to take it slowly, though. Even though I feel like I could probably do a beeline to it, but let's just stay on target. Stay on target. Because it looks like we're going straight towards it, but I don't know if there's a path directly towards it. Let's start guidance this way. Just so we don't. 'Cause it looks like we kind of have to come at it from an angle. Maybe. Yeah, see, it kind of curves around this way a little bit. They're going to be sneaky about it and not have you go. They figure you'd see it and go straight forward and then end up cutting through all this nonsense. Yeah, there it is. Inactive jump gates.
There it is. Approach the jump gate in the cell. Try to get a reading.
Yeah, I'm trying. Just hold your horses there. Yeah, kind of come at it from a different angle here. There's an accelerator over there too.
Danger.
I think we're good now, right? Yes. We should be. We should be. Let's do this. Alright. Slowly but surely we have made it. Alright, so what do you want me to do? It said to approach the node. I don't know which node it wants me to do. Scan inactive jump gates. Well, I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. suppose to stand in the middle of it.
Jump gate. Danger.
Information not active. Destination. Destination owner. Okay. So what do you want me to do? We got scanning mode activated, but yeah, I'm not sure what the next thing is they want me to do here. Like how much do you want me to scan this? You need to scan things on the weird side pillars of the jump gate. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of. All right. Okay. Thanks for dropping by, Zebula. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Yeah, is there like a data leak or something on the sides here that I'm supposed to see? Here. What do we got? Anything standing out to be scanned?
Each jump gate has two pairs of micelles. They act as caches for storing operational
There you
data,
go.
among many other things. We're still not very familiar with this technology, or who created it, but thanks to recent scientific advancements, we are able to make sense of some of the information that we are retrieving. It seems apparent that some of the data likely represents the coordinates of other jump gates. Whether this means that these gates were connected in the distant past is mere conjecture. Perhaps the builders had reasons unknown to us for certain gates to hold special compatibility. The vast majority of the data in these caches remains a vexing mystery to us all.
Okay. Did let me just fly by this other one too in the center here, I guess. What it's pointing at. It looks like it's pointing at something specific here. Maybe. No. Just doing that. Oh. Whoops. Didn't want to do that. Keeps sounding like things are being scanned, but I don't know what specifically I'm supposed to be looking at, or what it's waiting for me to look at or scan. Unless I'm just flying around them too fast and scanning all the individual parts here or something. It certainly sounds like it was scanning stuff. Hmm. I can't think of what else they would want me to scan here. Unless there's some obvious thing that is not obvious to me. I think we should. Let me look up some. A walkthrough on this because this seems weird. It doesn't seem like it's working. X4 Foundations. What is the name of this? Whoops. Let's turn for a second. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. Steering wheel off. What is the name of this mission? Blazing the Trail. Blazing the Trail. Didn't even have to fill out the rest of it. Nav points. It's a horrendously gank and stupid mission. Nav points. Nice. Yeah, it's the path I followed, but wait, there. Dangerous. Okay. Telling you to follow the asteroids. We'll attempt to navigate around the same path shown here. It will be a bit rough with multiple stops in the middle, but it should showcase the general route. Very dense fog. There's no way you should know it was safe without being marked on red on the map yet. I hate this mission and this sector. Points right next to it and complete it. Let me put nav points right next to it and complete. Okay. That's, I mean, great, but then how does it... Beacons dropped, nothing. It is. It didn't say anything about dropping beacons, though. I wonder if they've changed it so that you don't have to drop beacons. Did the gate scan, fought off the fears and used a cobra, dropped the beacons, nothing. Mission points me back to my beacon. Oh, step 5? There's a step 5? What am I on? I'm at step 2. Scan inactive jump gate. Well, can you be more specific? Because how much more scanning do I gotta do on this damn jump gate? Like what more would you like me to scan here? I guess we'll just keep flying around it until we'll fly around the inner circle until it says I've got everything, I guess. Can I can't select the inactive jump gate though. Oh, I can select it, but it doesn't give me any information on it. Like, it doesn't tell me how much of it I've scanned.
Danger.
So around here and see if maybe I missed something on top here. Maybe this will help scan it. I feel like I had this problem once before, but I don't necessarily recall this mission. But I'm wondering if I feel like I had a problem once before where there was a mission that was like scan something and it just like there were no more scanning that I could do that would help. Well, we've practically followed the entire length of that. I mean, we triggered that guy's dialogue option, but then nothing happened. Okay, still nothing here. Let me see something. Is there more information? Scan inactive. It's all it says. Just scan inactive jump gate. And this is supposed to be easy difficulty. So I don't know what's going on there. There's a point right here. Oh, they wanted me to scan it from a particular point. Or they wanted me to be in a particular point while it's scanning. Which I swear I was here this whole time, but I guess not.
We've gathered everything we can access from this nacelle. Move on to the one on the opposite side.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was like you have to sit there and wait for a couple seconds while it downloads. I mean, I guess I should have realized that at this point, but like, it didn't make it the active target, so I was very confused there. And I've been flying around this thing for 20 minutes now. I'm surprised it didn't just resolve on its own.
Yes, some of this data looks rather promising. I'm forwarding all of this to our science team as we speak.
Oh my! I'm picking up a worrisome fluctuation in energy signatures.
Alright. More of these guys.
Forager.
Come on.
Forager.
Go. Got him.
You fought bravely, Explorer.
Yes. Your display of skill was altogether impressive. I just hope this commotion does not result in a more severe and unwelcome reaction.
Wait. Survive and then wait.
Has poured over the data that Neela T was able to live from in cache. While we have not yet completed our examination of the Sanctuary of Darkness cache, it is quite obviously the most promising of the gates. Despite the additional challenges that Kabak will represent,
More dangerous, perhaps. But I'm afraid that things are not going well in Ocean of Fantasy either. The system's planet is devastated and completely uninhabitable.
perhaps once the provinces have re-established their economy, they can attempt some terraforming. For now, this expedition needs you to map out safe passage for a larger fleet to navigate through Sanctuary of Darkness. You can use nav beacons to determine an appropriate route. Just stay clear of the Ka'ak installations.
Okay. So now,
Other hazardous regions, obviously. For a better overview of the task in hand, do not hesitate to consult your map.
deploy submenu. Yes, I am aware of how to do that. Okay. So we want one. I'm guessing right there.
Autopilot engaged.
Perhaps we can navigate this now with the autopilot. It's also
Autopilot disengaged.
Just take that off of there so I'm not moving around a lot. And we'll deploy nav beacon. go up here and start guidance there.
Autopilot engaged. Autopilot disengaged.
All right, so then deploy nav beacon.
You know, for the longest time, the community of planets thought the Kark had been eradicated by their joint efforts. Recent attacks on solitary miners, and now this, prove this notion was overly optimistic.
Autopilot engaged.
Right there for a moment. Now I'm thinking about it. All right. So now go and
Autopilot disengaged.
have beacon there.
Autopilot engaged.
Yeah, we're still doing it. We're still in the relative area they want us to be in.
Autopilot disengaged.
Okay. Here.
Autopilot engaged.
Like the autopilot's going to skirt the edge there, and then we're going to get destroyed. It did skirt the edge a little
Danger.
bit, but made it through. Okay.
Autopilot disengaged.
Nav beacon.
Autopilot engaged.
Still well within that sphere there, I would say. All right.
Autopilot disengaged.
down to probably here.
Autopilot engaged.
Yeah, it's right on the edge of the range there, because that bubble keeps moving down.
Autopilot disengaged.
Okay, and down here.
Autopilot engaged.
Nope, that's a little too far. We gotta put one right there. That's still within. Yeah, it's definitely still within it. All right.
Autopilot disengaged.
Go.
Yes, it looks like you have found a route. Nicely done, Explorer.
Good.
Everyone, move in. The expedition shall now establish a scientific outpost. This may be the beginning of a most fruitful phase in our journey together.
Mission completed. Blazing a trail. Let's turn around the other way. Let's get back to the gate and get out of this place.
Entering system. Great Reef.
Okay. We're out of there. That was a thing and a half. See, where are we at? Let's slow down for a bit. And mission offers. Very easy. Lost and found. Okay, so there's just some other things there. Calling for an expedition. Second assistant. Feeling inside is okay. We're not gonna do that just yet. Because I think we want to get back to our base. So let's go and start guidance to object.
Autopilot engaged.
Get our autopilot going, and then I meant to this guy here. Let's put that into internal storage for the moment. And then information. You work somewhere else for me. Go work on the Jaguar. Captain.
Entering
Oh.
system. Barren shores.
Alright, so Jaguar. Remove all orders. Let's go there. So Jaguar. Dock and wait here. There we go. Alright. We'll round up our personnel a little bit. Because first of all, I don't think I want to fly this ship. I don't particularly like the Jaguar any better, but I mean this ship does have slightly better guns, it feels like. But I kind of want to get my own ship. Look at this. Holy crap. 718,000 credits. And while I was off doing that mission, my other guys have been just knocking things out. So while we're here, let's go to fire stuff. Where was that thing at? Modifications,
Entering
inventory,
system. Watchful gaze.
account management. Here we go. So accept that estimate. And accept that. So confirm that. Accept all estimates. Funds for station construction. Well, we have like don't quite have all of that, but that's fine. We have some scratch for ourselves here, which is good. Let me see here. So I go here and logical overview. Alright, so we're still short on all that stuff, but what about station configuration? Alright. We almost have enough money to do all that. I mean, it's coming down significantly, which is good. Our research account is good. We're still not getting any of the resources that we need here, so we're going to need to get on top of that.
Entering system.
But we definitely have another. We have access to the boron space there, where that first jump there had all the had a bunch of crystals we could probably mine. So that'll help a little bit. We can run around and mine some stuff there. Probably do a lot of that off camera, but yeah, I can run around and mine some stuff and things there, and that'll get us a little extra cash. The missions themselves, I'll hold off on doing any like important missions or anything like that till we are back together again.
Around the inactive jump gate. Now we are commencing the construction of an outpost. Do not elevate your hopes quite yet. Experimentation shall begin soon, but jump gate technology is very alien and highly volatile. We do not know for certain whether we can ever successfully force a connection, particularly without real-time coordination with our Kingdom and counterparts. Nonetheless, we have an ideal candidate gate for experimentation. The Alliance of the Word has an obligation to our cousins in Kingdom and to try our utmost. These technological marvels have eluded our understanding to date, Something about the interfaces remains stubbornly out of reach. The final spark. In any case, Explorer, congratulations. You have performed your part, and you have done so unimpeachably. We will keep you updated on our progress in the coming years. And, if fate wills it, you might one day find your name in the annals of the great explorers and scientists.
All right.
Docking granted.
Alright. There we go. Fly right on in.
Successfully docked.
Nice. Okay, so that's all good.
It's an honor to have you aboard.
And let's see if our buddies have arrived as well. Where are they at? He's still arriving. He's in Barren Shores. All right. And our mineral guys are doing the business. I might actually I kind of want to switch back over to the Vanguard. To Nova Vanguard, which I have it just put away here. Right? I think that's what that. Or no. Oh, he's out exploring. I might have that guy come back and just switch over to the Mako and use the Mako for an exploring ship, and I'll use the Vanguard to get around, because that was working out a little bit better for me than these other ones. Hyperion. Yeah. So we still have to get all that stuff to the Hyperion too, which is. How do I? There we go. How many times I gotta double click just to get it to go there? Kind of surprised at how long it's taken him to fly that. It's not really a slow ship by any stretch of the imagination, but they're taking their time here to come on back, but that's fine. You got one trader there, we got two docked ships. Modules are at 26%. I mean, once we have the resources, it's only going to take 11 real-time minutes to do it. It's just, there's a resource crunch, and we're not getting I'm throwing money at it, but they're not, the resources aren't flowing in. That's the rough part at the very beginning here, at least. If I could establish some stations and stuff, I might be able to break some of the resource problems, but I kind of need this other bit of research so I can do it without having to potentially do it without having to buy the pay $3 million for the blueprints for one, but we'll see. I mean, with the amount of money coming in just from the miners here, it might be easy enough to just to get to that 3 million mark too. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I just kind of want this guy to return here so I know where everything's at and what's going on. There we go. Oh, so there's we can only have up to 57 ships docked. I did not realize that we had a limit. I'll have to keep that in mind. I mean, it's a nice, healthy limit, but I'll have to keep that in mind. I guess you have to, I suppose you can build more docking facilities or something. Probably. Yeah, probably build a second docking facility and get like 50 more ships you can dock or whatever. It's funny to see when it hits the range of when the AI hits your gets within range of your ship, it suddenly goes from stutter stepping to smooth because it's no longer simulating. It's now actually doing it. Oof. All right. Well, that looks like they are docking. Let's actually get up and...
Assistant, you must forgive my absence in your most recent exploratory endeavors. It is just, I have been somewhat preoccupied with my own observations. When did Numankaran say the Alliance of the Word plans to conclude their experiments?
Well, the expedition leader did suggest that he would keep us up to date over the coming years.
What? Years, you say? That is... Oh my, that is rather disappointing. I had hoped to contribute to their experiments right away. Well, since you are already running errands in Boron space, would you mind assisting me in my personal research? Ever since my tentacles first grasped the scientific equipment in this research installation, I have been utterly fascinated by the Great Reef Nebula. Not even that pesky Sagaris Pioneers vessel can divert my focus for long. You see, I have identified several neutron stars. Magnetars, in fact, which pulse in an oddly specific way. One could be an anomaly. Two might be a coincidence, but I have already identified a potential third. I need you to verify my observations, independently. To that end, I have compiled a list of positions in Great Reef that I need you to visit. Please do forgive me if I appear somewhat excitable. There is a chance that this could point to a discovery of immeasurable significance.
Boso Tar has informed me of your exciting plans. You must let me accompany you. In fact, I will not take no for an answer. The Alliance is in the midst of their preparations. I have to say, the deluge of scientific jargon leaves me cold. I much prefer action.
Okay. She likes action. I was waiting for the next one because I imagine there would be more to that to trigger. So there we have it. I was trying to look around to see if the AI guy had... oh, there he is. He landed over there. I was like, where the hell did he land at? I landed over on the other side of the station here. There's no reason for me to come over and look at him, but I just wanted to. I just want to. Because the other thing is too, I need to hire at least 2 more pilots. One to serve as crew on my ship so that I can sometimes just get ferried around. Yeah, here's this one. And one for the Mako there, which I'm gonna tell this guy to go to the Mako.
Can I help?
Yes, I want you to work on this.
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
Confirm.
Oop, and triggered an autosave. Cool. It's kind of cool that they do actually he modeled them climbing down the ladder and stuff like that, and walking over to their assignment and things. That's kind of cool. All right, so he'll be doing the Mako there. This is still doesn't have a captain, so I need I need to. I wonder if there's a can I manage plots? I feel like I saw a thing where I could hire from this menu, but I don't think that's true. Inventory, deployables. I don't know where I would have seen it though, if that was a thing that I saw. There's personnel management. So I can see everybody from here. But I don't think I can just hire from there. Friend of the Federation promotion. Oh, okay. Jump Gates second draft. Contacts. What else? What's the other? These are all red. Is there something else here? Low priority. Okay. Yeah, so right. All right. That's fine. And then I have all this inventory on me. Including 34 unstable crystals. Which I've been holding on to the crafting wares because, I know I need a bunch of these, a bunch of something in order to craft, I think, the Seta or whatever. I don't remember exactly what I need. I think I can craft that now, though. Let me see. That's the one sort of major convenience thing that haven't really done yet. But I know it requires a lot of other parts too. And it's not on here yet, so I haven't unlocked it yet. I believe if I play enough of the main missions, it'll
Hello.
unlock the blueprint, or at least tell me where to go for it.
Here you go.
Let's see what we got here. Trade wares. Got nothing to actually trade. Other than some crafting stuff. We got 2 spacefly eggs, but not...
Good profit to you.
I think we need 3, I think, for the... for the, where is it at? Spaceflight Caviar. Oh no, we need 3. We need 25 of them for the caviar. And that's just to make one, which is okay. I mean, it's a gift you can give, right? But it's like $1.05 million. So I guess it makes up for its difficulty, I suppose. All right, let's go and save here, my friends. And we're going to call it there, I do believe, right now. But yeah, this has been fun. I enjoy this game tremendously. And we'll be back to it, but, you know, I am rotating through the schedule. So next Sunday we'll be back in Elite Dangerous, just doing some exploration stuff. At some point next week, probably Saturday night, maybe. I might do some more, drop into some more Helium Rain as well. You can also see these are things I have installed on my Linux here. At some point, we'll get to Astrox Imperium. I mean, the dev keeps making this thing awesome. Every week, there's another build of it out. It's grown to the point now where even I don't understand the game anymore. I mean, I kind of barely understood it last I played it, and now it's just freaking huge. So when we jump into this, we're definitely doing tutorials and stuff, taking however long it takes to do that. I would like to, at some point, see if I can actually get into X Rebirth. I bounced off of it hard when it first came out and never got back to it, and I would like to try to get to it at some point. But I mean, we have that. We've got obviously No Man's Sky, which I need to really carve out time for and make it, you know, a several week in a row thing, and try to get past that initial hurdle that I always have. And then we have other things to swap out here. Star Trucker, I bounced off of when we first played it, but I'd like to try to get back to it and see if I can get into it. And then Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, they're at the season 3 now, and like I barely dipped my toe into the demo of it. And it was okay. I mean, it's Test Drive Unlimited, but I kind of want to give it a proper shakedown. I also kind of want to see if I want to plug my steering wheel in, and I don't know if Test Drive Unlimited will handle the steering wheel or not, but we'll see. But I kind of want to see how if the wheel operates under Linux or not. I need to see if Test Drive Unlimited operates under Linux. I haven't even launched it yet, but I definitely want to see if maybe the wheel works as well. And this may not be the best test of it. I might have to pull out something that I know, like American Truck Simulator or something like that, maybe to test it out, and maybe I can get ATS to work on Linux as well. In fact, you know what? Let's get let me just queue that up to install. Let's just see. I'm curious to see if this actually works on Linux. I imagine it does, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll give it a whirl off camera to see if it actually does anything, and then I'll probably plug my steering wheel into it at some point off camera and see if that actually works or not. But anyway, I am rambling as I tend to do. that is it for me for tonight, my friends. Tomorrow night we'll be back to doing some Sandland. So that'll be Monday and Tuesday. We're going to be doing Sandland. I've done a little bit off camera to try and just to move it along a little bit. I've done just like little side things off camera, bounties and stuff. Nothing big, but I think we want to push the main story forward a bit. And it looks like I did just a real quick look at the list of like main missions. I don't know what they all entail, but I looked at the list of them, and it looks like we are halfway through the game. So not bad. But maybe we'll spend the next Monday and Tuesday doing the main mission stuff, and just kind of moving that along a bit. So anyway, my friends, and then Wednesday, in lieu of Shadows, Assassin's Creed Shadows, we're gonna be back to Blueprints, because that game occupies a portion of my brain, and I need to be moving forward in it. I was jonesing today. I was like, I could start a second save and maybe swap over to that, and I was like, no, I better not, because then I'll figure out puzzles and all that stuff. So yeah, I definitely want to do that. And then Thursday, barring anything coming out, which I think this week is Lost Epoch or Last Epoch. I don't think I'll be jumping back into that immediately. Not because I don't want to, but because it's I need to remember where I left off, because I don't think I finished last time around. So I just want to kind of do that. I have to reacquaint with it. But we do still have more to do in Grim Dawn. So I would like to focus on Grim Dawn and see if I can finish up the last DLC of that and kind of put a thumbtack in that and all that and all those things. So that's where we're at so far, my friends. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. If you do happen to run across this on the YouTubes, and you have a like and or a subscribe that you can spare, that would help out tremendously. I appreciate it greatly. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope everyone has an excellent morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what it is for you. And I hope to see you back here again in the future for some more stuff, whatever happens to suit your fancy. Until then, see you, bye.
Space!